It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic. What do you sound like me?
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego die the politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego die the politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego die the politico, my ego don't come, this man not the off in mind, my ego don't come, aha, now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, my ego. You go show na paper. My ego diary political. So my people make you shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we laugh, oh, yo. Come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Ha, this one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun. And it is just our way of digging into this more or less like snippet of what is happening in that contraption. It is also an open line, like open mic rather, where you can call in anytime. So you're welcome. Last last night, a recorded interview between Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television the waves. And it seems that Peter Obi came this time around with, double barrel gun. Of words. It didn't mince his words. It didn't mince his words. Whether he is going to be contesting or not, that has been answered. If he is going to be running as somebody's vice, that has been answered as well. The way he came for Tifnumbu this time around, he came like no holds barred. Share this broadcast as you join. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that it's brunch time.
Lórí Facebook. And yes, Lórí YouTube. And yes, and yes,
So is Peter Obi going to be Atiku's vice? His answer is no. And is Peter Obi going to run for just 4 years? One single term? The answer is yes. The interview is quite so detailed, deep enough that even the Ronukus have been debating it. And of course, you know now, it's been about, don't trust him. Trust Kolu. So we'll dip into that or dig into that this morning. Now share this broadcast for real. Tell everybody that Mayego today. So today. Now good morning to you. Top of the moment to you. That you can use that to like greet everyone. Top of the moment to you from wherever you're joining us in the brunch time of Mayegun's Diary Political this hour. Last night, like I said, Peter Obi granted an interview where he answered some of the salient questions. And in fact, it sounded better, like a better kind of politician who this time around is not talking, Mr. Nice and all that. He came for Kolu with facts and figures. Then he offered his own, kind of like his own solution, what he would do differently, up to the point of the coalition that is already creating Rokus, left, right, and center. His own role in that, and that's what we're going to dig into. If you have already seen the, the interview, good. You possibly will be a better candidate to phone in and share your own view on that going forward. Their 2025 sort of like a journey to their 2027 charade is building up. And right now, anybody who tells you that they are sitting on the fence, well, even person will sit for fence, like as they say person will sit on top of the fence. In 2 legs, go sit there one side. You get what I mean now? So it's all shaping up, and do not fall victim of those gaslighters and others who are going to tell you that the status quo, right, should be left alone. And those who are also going to feel like, no, Mayegun, it is all lies. Whatever you feel, right, this is the moment you can share them, but don't share fallacies. Let us make use of the available facts, figures, and information, so to say, in dealing with this. So let's start with this. His association with known career thieves. As much as he himself said he is not a saint and he is also not a thief, but why is he going into a coalition with known saboteurs of Nigeria? He answered that. The supposed propaganda or rumor that Atiku offered him the vice presidential slot, right? He also denied that. Nobody has offered him anything or been in any conversation with anyone concerning position and all that. Now taking it one after the other. For this part, there is going to be much more detailed one later in the evening. However, let's start with this.
Whether or not, as someone who is intended to run for office, you have the ability to participate or be in two political parties, it then means that will affect your ability.
So there's a difference in between intention and this. I said I'm a member of this, and I'm going to work with this group. So it's like, oh, well, I want to invest in this company, where they say, oh, you cannot be in two companies at the same time. But I have indicated my intention. I want to go into this. That is not.
Well, you don't see it as anti-party.
No. There's not an anti-party.
Well, because I don't think Labour Party has agreed to
remember, we said for 2027. Say we're not in 2020, we're in 2025. It's clear. We've adopted this for 2027. So if I say I'm going to this, that doesn't say, oh, well, listen, I want to be Seun, I want to be able to be part of your dinner in the evening. That doesn't mean I should abandon my breakfast and lunch because I was intended to come and eat your dinner. No, we're going there.
So
we're going to go together. We are not abandoning where we are. At some stage, when that happens, you know.
So you are thinking of being a running mate to Atiku. Is that the case right now? That's your intention?
Again, Seun, this is not in play. Nobody have ever discussed that.
You know what I'm asking?
People assume so many things. Nobody have ever discussed with me whether I'm going to be A or B or C. Seun, I'm going to contest for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I believe I'm qualified for it.
You know the reason why I'm asking this?
Did you get that clearly? He said he is going to be contesting in 2027. We have had different, speculations surrounding what others believe would happen in 2027. Atiku, who is the genesis of what brought APC, Egbekegbe, to power, when he protested that it was supposed to be the continuation of the turn of the North when Yaradua died, right? He leveraged on Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, reneging on what was supposed to be a gentleman agreement at the time. And then he protested. His protest of North-South, South-North arrangement led to them empowering the jihadists and others like kleptomaniac Kolu to hijack power in Nigeria, hoping that if he joined another party, it would be for himself. He failed. Then Boko Haram came, spent 8 years. The first 4 years of Boko Haram, it contested with Atiku inside their APC from the primaries, remember, in 2015. In 2019, the same Atiku, leveraging on, well, it is now the turn of the North. It could still be a president. Atiku contested, and Peter Obi was his vice running mate in 2019. Now, they all said, okay, it will be the turn of the South. Atiku returned back to PDP after 2015. He became their candidate in 2019. Now, they said, oh, it will now be the turn of the South. Their arrangement will not be my own arrangement. So the turn of the South, Atiku still ran inside the same PDP, which further decimated them. Right now, the turn of the South that Atiku also contested in is also going to contest in it again in 2027. His own promoters are saying is the surest way for Peter Obi to become president. The obedient are saying, you must think we are all daft. to come here and spew this nonsense. How many vice presidents became president after the tenure of, after 8 years of their tenure? 0. So it's always the worst. Should be the president and something manageable to be the vice. So the obedient rejected that offer. And that is why some are saying that once the obedient pulls out of their coalition, then probably people won't even talk about coalition again. Because Obi is going to contest for presidency. Would he forfeit that? No, he's not intending to do that, especially if the process of forfeiting that requires bribing people called delegates to vote for the highest bidder, the one with the highest, with the deepest pockets. So the obedient are saying, this seems to be the replay. Well, I would say some obedient, I won't say all of them. Some obedient are saying, this is looking like the replay of 2022, when they staged a national solidarity protest, demanding that the PDP leadership, delegates, should give them Obi, until Wike told them that that is not how it works. That even in Anambra, Wike went to Anambra and told the Anambra PDP delegate that he cannot win. You all know that you cannot win. He cannot win. Give me the power. Give it to me. I am the only person that can challenge APC. Referring to how much money it will take, the same way Wike, telling the delegates that he's not going to give you a penny. Is that how it's done? He can't win. In this state, you must have money. You must have connection. You must say, he doesn't have the money. He would just say, no, he can never win. So the obedient then pulled out to go and join Labour Party. The rest is history today. So to them, they can be played with the talk of everybody will go to primary. If primaries will be free and fair, which it won't. Of course, they won't mind. But in this case, what is stopping those people like Atiku at this time to what? Step aside, read the room. But that's not how politics work, by the way. But why is Obi working with them? Here is his answer to that.
Was one of those who were major persecutors of Jesus Christ and his team. But God changed. They want good governance.
So like a messiah. That's what you want to be.
Whatever you call it.
A political messiah.
It's not for me to say, oh, this one is bad, this one is good. No. It is for everybody to come together and show that you can do things better.
Is it not contradictory, though? There are those who say some of them had planned to sustain military rule in Nigeria. Some of them had run severally in the government that Nigerians thought that had failed. And you say you want to reform Nigeria. Is it not contradictory?
In fact, you need some who has been in bad government. Their experience is critical. I can tell you one of the major companies in the world hired 2 people who have worked in several failed companies because they can tell you what happened, why they failed. You need the experience of those who have failed and those who have succeeded to move on. And I need everybody. You need everybody. It is a critical experience because they know what can fail a system. And they know what was wrong with the system. So you need everybody. So if you want to serve, you must serve everybody.
In all of this, the ultimate goal and agenda is to ensure that 2027, this government and this party, APC, led by President Tinubu, is swept out of prominence. That's the agenda, isn't it?
Yes.
And by all means, you are going to pursue it.
We're not going to do it by all means. We're going to do it by all lawful means to make sure, because we've seen the failure, we've seen the incompetence of the government. We've seen they don't have the capacity to do the job. So you just have to do, for the sake of our children.
If this option, one of the options is for you to be a running mate, you will still keep it?
There's no option here, Seun. We're not talking about options.
Obi has to be on the ballot.
Well, the rest is for Nigerians to decide.
Let me ask you, is there anything specifically that has been happening in Nigeria since the 2023 elections that has strengthened your resolve to want to run again in 2027?
She will succeed everywhere. We have an incompetent government. She will, as president of Nigeria, I'll bring civility and order in governance. I'll govern with the constitution of Nigeria. I will respect the constitution of Nigeria. I will govern within the laws. The government will obey the laws. I will do appointment by federal character. I will appoint competent persons with capacity and compassion for good of Nigeria. People that are worthy of emulation. So I'm not going to be Minister of Petroleum, like it's been. Every ministry will have substantive minister who is competent, who has the character, compassion, and capacity to run that ministry, but showing you the things that as president, I will have hands-on reported to me daily on real time. Number one is security of life and property of every Nigerian citizen. Number two is basic education of our children. Because we must put those 18 million people as of them. So it is more important for Nigeria to invest in education than oil. The human capital of Nigeria, considering its population, is a huge asset. I will make sure that hands-on, I know anything that happens about health of Nigerians, starting from primary health care, ensuring we increase the insurance coverage, where the rich will pay, where the poor will benefit, and everything. So I will make sure that I know real time what happens with agricultural products, which will drive the foundation of our manufacturing. I want to know what power we are generating daily and distributed daily. And I want to look at the SMEs, the manufacturing, to ensure that they are properly supported with adequate interest rates. And I like they expect 100% sacrifice and effort. So we know we're driving there. So there's nobody that going anywhere is going in one day. But if we set out to go to Kaduna today, people want to see us in Kaduna Road. If we're headed to Lagos Road, we're in the wrong direction. What is happening now is that we're telling people we're going in this direction, but we're going in that direction. I said, if you don't know where you're going, every road will lead you there. That's the confusion.
Can Nigerians trust that commitment of a single term from you?
So I said it and I put it in capital. I don't need a day more than 4 years. In fact, the day
and
before,
you fix Nigeria in those 4 years.
It's not fair. I will show the direction of good governance. That's why I said.
To what end is this one single?
Did you hear that? So that was Obi there in a clear term that is working with the failed politicians. They are not just failed politicians, they are criminals. So he's working with them so that at least from their experience, it will learn from where they failed. While he also hire, capable hands and all that. So normally, right, this is my own observation. Normally, if you are not a business person, right, it is going to be tough for you to understand Obi. You get what I mean now? Because when he uses, the way he uses his words, right, in addressing, his points, he's always somebody who believes that, I don't know if I should say somebody who, or he appears to be someone who believes, so much in the effectiveness, or let me say the importance of rule of law in doing things. It is not by gra per se. It is when you follow due process in everything, you stand to actually see a positive change. And to achieve that, Number one, you as a person must know what you want to achieve. Then you must also look for people to help you achieve that. And it is not when you have to like try this, try that, this, that, and then because you have no idea where you're going anyway. You just want to land somewhere, end somewhere. Like these guys are shooting blank, the Tifnumbu and his gang. But this part about him spending one term, let's highlight that.
Can Nigerian trust that commitment of a single term from you?
So I said it and I put it in capital. I don't need a day more than 4 years. In fact, the day
and
before,
you fix Nigeria in those 4 years.
It's not fair. I will show the direction of good governance. That's why I said.
To what end is this one single? Why do you want to spend? The Constitution allows you. You've been a two-term governor. Why do you want to?
In 2 years, there had been maximum damage. That shows 3 years can change it in good direction. People want to get up and see a president that cares, a president that shows compassion. So today we have a country without compassion. Leadership without compassion does not exist. It's a minus. It's not good for the country.
Is there anything that you say that?
Again, that was him coming very hard on Kolu, incompetent, insincere, no sympathy, no empathy, and all that stuff. And we expect people to start reacting to that. I mean, they have been reacting to that, right? Then when it comes to people should sacrifice while the ruling class lives in luxury, opulence, he had this to say about that. That if you're not ready to die, then there's no point in you being the president.
Effectively, I cannot say buy a new jet.
Even if you need one.
I don't need one. You don't need one. Because you can go to anywhere with that jet. I will never need one.
You fly Airpeace, you fly Ghana, you fly BA.
Of course, baby. Seun, I will not use 150 billion to buy a jet when 80% of our primary health care centers are not functioning.
Even as against security protocols.
Which security?
You've been a governor, you know what it means.
No, what do you mean, security? That's what they tell. That's nonsense they tell. I was a governor for my first 4 years. I drove 406. For the rest of it, I didn't drive bulletproof cars. Nobody's trying to kill you. You're doing the right thing. It's when you do the wrong thing that you're saying about that.
Would security agency will even allow you?
No, forget all those things. If your people are dying, you should be ready to die. That's the job you chose. Or you go back to your house and live quietly. The president should also be ready to die if your people are dying. Why should we have security vehicles? No, you can fly. Who is protecting you in the air? If you catch it, everybody dies. The British Airways flies every day. How many people have died? Are they going to provide you security in the air?
Let me take you to.
I mean, for sanity's sake, right? For sanity's sake, you as a person, as a one Nigerianist, don't you think if by any means you have a government in that contraption that no longer prioritize their own luxury, that has to be covered with billions of taxpayers' money, don't you think that would be a breath of fresh air? I'm just saying. But because you have this society where you doing the right thing is actually almost a crime. Where you get persecuted, attacked, simply because you're trying to do the right thing. Because to them, no, you're not. You are a liar. You are this. And that has been the anthem of the Ronukus, while Tifnumbu and his gang are living their their best life. Like I said, this is just snippet into that, okay? So that, yeah. Then in that interview, he finally mentioned one industrial estate. Most of the time when they tell you about to be this or be that, right? It will tell you how he brought companies as well as Submiller to Anambra, and all of said that no, it was actually like, whatever revenue the Anambra State government is generating today, they should give that credit to this guy. Because not only did he bring businesses to Anambra around the time, he actually made a particular spot their direct destination. I'm saying this because it's an information that you can use whenever you are possibly like processing all these guys, right? So here is that part. Industrial, not just industrial, but an industrial estate with over 30, manufacturing companies. They are not just these service, no, manufacturing companies with conglomerates and the rest of them around there. I don't think he himself understands that, you know, I wanted to use the right word for, like, I want to say the kind of like a support he gets from all these young people, right, today. They are not because of how he speaks or what he says only. It is because majority of them have been able to actually dig the internet, thanks to internet. They have been able to dig a lot, enough that their conviction is coming from what they found. It's not coming from what he says. No. But here is one anyway. I want to put it on record there. Just want to put it out there. Some of you possibly knows that. Just so you know, from our findings, right, that place was never like that before Obi became their governor in Anambra State. It was actually one of his highlight of his projects in that place. So the nursing cars that is building cars in Anambra today, how he got encouraged to go back to Anambra was his idea. So he sees Nigeria problem from the point of a business, from the lenses of a businessman. To him, right? If you have to put law in place, just make sure that those who are going to implement it, the executioner, they execute it to the letter so that the result is, you know. But anyway, on the side though, yeah, in Lagos, I think it was yesterday, you know, they are planning to have a local government elections in Lagos. So they were campaigning somewhere in Lagos. Those who were Labour Party supporters campaigning for local government elections got brutalized like this.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What is happening live? Why
This one opportunity, they will use that against them.
I don't do anything, man. I don't do anything. That because I take picture. You camera. What I just take picture. For cafe, we are not collect money. I collect the money for now.
On for glass, motor here. One of the evidence.
Local government elections, so. And same thing has been suffered, has been suffered by the AAC members too, the Shores party in that same Lagos. We have also seen village heads suspended because they attended another party's meeting, sort of. And they are already threatening all kinds of violence anyway. If you are in Lagos and you are not on the side of the APC, you possibly know what I'm talking about. Yeah? Well, let us go to Kogi. 2 days ago or so, their court, Binta Nyako's court in Abuja, ruled that 6 months suspension of Natasha Akoti was excessive, right? And it was in bad faith. So therefore, Natasha should be returned back to the Senate. But at the same time, Natasha's actions at the same time, right? Natasha's action was considered as, defamatory for her posting about her sexual assault and mentioning Akpabiole's name on a Facebook post. In a Facebook post, rather. So yeah, she needed to go onto the 2 national dailies to post or publish, an apology to the Senate, to Akpabiole for posting about it. That is not, see, this has nothing to do with the sexual assault case, so that one is different. So this one is about her suspension and the way she went about it. So now she would go and apologize and she'll go back to the Senate. And she told her own supporters that she will be going back to the Senate on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. But this morning, Akpabiole and gang said they haven't received the court judgment, which means they haven't received the clearance that she should be returned back to the Senate. Yesterday in Ibira land, where she was with her own, supporters, her constituents. Here. So there is a chance that we are going to have a drama in their Senate tomorrow. Because if they claim that, she's supposed to not return until September. Now the court has returned her. So let's see what the drama will be like tomorrow. I'll leave that to you, right? Talking about those, with the wiki, his reactions after his meltdown rather. My brother performed for the band, right? Watch this.
We cannot believe in I today for church. It a good though. It a good make they read atmosphere. They good make you be smart. Now today I know say we get true. He's smart. He's a smart man. He's a very smart man. You don't believe in I for church. So, this Sunday now, we can come for church. They say they won't come Thanksgiving. Say ordinary now, they don't turn church to where they do campaign. Church now where if you want pour out your anger. You go see person they pile up your anger from Monday to Saturday. Sunday we are going. You go name and want it. They feel them and say we do naming ceremony. Once they climb, they give them chance. They always request me they give them chance. Once that mic touch their hand, they go pour out their heart. All the anger when they this life, they go begin to pour out. Since it's all this coalition, we can never rest. They give Wike assignment. It be like say Wike now the spokesperson for APC. So, see how Wike talk say he dey go Thanksgiving. Say for the job way they do for Abuja. Now he enter here. Do Thanksgiving go now. Normally Thanksgiving now you go come thank God. Say, God, we thank you for this thing that we have done today. Lead us to do more. Then you go ask. Now, no matter where you're supposed to do that. But we can know. No be weak. Every time is an opportunity. Every chance is an opportunity. You go see them. Take shade P2B. But today, the church shock out. For Abuja. This will be for Anambra or Enugu or Imo. For Abuja, the church shock out. As they enter, normal way when they take the throw jab. They begin the throw jab. They call politicians. They call about coalition. People, then they respond. They can't even talk, say, the person now, the Minister of Interior, this person where they in charge of a passport. Say, the person is working. Minister of Interior, the person is working. Say, now you can do your passport. Go take time. You don't get your passport. Say, they do well. Church, they clap for them. They appreciate it and they say, yes. We can do the highest mistake. The highest mistake we do be say it can't involve P2B. If you want to finish your career, just call P2B. It never start campaign. P2B never start campaign. We can just talk say P2B. He said that Nigeria is no longer a democratic nation because it's no longer in power. Talk say when he dey power, now democracy, now he don't dey power. Democracy. Go begin the call P2B there. Oh Bob, now church quiet. Atmosphere change. You go be like, Wike, for inside here. Now P2B we are talking about. The man with so much integrity, now we dey talk about. Talk say P2B cannot be president again. Say in time don't pass. Church they look up. Now P2B no go there. We'll rush you. He just be like say Wike no. He just package himself. He changed. That's why I tell you, say he's smart. He look the atmosphere. He be like say they even tell Wike, tell and say if you reach there, talk about P2B, let's check the environment, see as it go be. Now he go relate to them, tell them say, now no go area. That man they use juju. He's using juju. He's not an ordinary man. He's using juju, but we show him juju.
Yes, you like you. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. Yes, you like you.
Why did we lose connection? Apologies, guys. I just found that we froze for a sec. Sorry about that. And can you hear me? Can you see me? Sorry about that. So the line is open, remember. So I'm going to be coming back later in the evening to probably give us more details about other stuff. So B2B is appealing to them in the northern Nigeria. Even in that, in that interview, he kept saying, the North will like me. The North should trust me. Because by the time it becomes your president, right? Northern Nigeria, they will praise him. He said they would they'll praise him. And others are like, Alaye, you're just complicating things. You are, like you are just saying the nice things to sound nice to people. About these days, let us be honest. Here you get. Me, I have told you, anybody that will disrupt the system, lead to the collapse, the destruction of APC, Ebekebe, and everything associated with it, is personal to me. Don't ask me why. I don't have to tell you everything. Here you get. So anybody involved in the process, because you see this, your one Nigeria thing, right? Me, I have reached that, that stage of reality, all right? That we can, if you want to continue to deceive yourself with one Nigeria, that's fine. Then you must be able to live with the mystery that comes with it. But somehow, everybody would agree that APC, Ebekebe, has been, a cause on that contraption, among many causes. So APC, Ebekebe, came to normalize killings of people in large number, massacre, genocide. All these things that you are looking around today that they are now telling you that they are working to fix, they brought them upon Nigeria. They are evil. As evil as those who have looted your money, as much as evil as they are not as evil as this APC, Ebekebe. They looted you. They now put you inside their terrorism. They are now pampering terrorists. They normalized it in that place. Educated people, everybody is pretending not to be, since it hasn't affected them. That is not normal. It is not. No matter how you want to see it. So anything that will put all of them in loggerhead, the ones who stole money, the ones who have a good intention will be the ones who are already running drugs through the Nigeria presidency, and those who are, all of them, shaping a power they are looking for until the entire contraption goes up in smoke. Don't blame me for that. The same way you are wishing, God knows what you are wishing for. The same way you are praying for the contraption. And yeah, we all know that it's not as if to say prayer, not they answered, but prayer that you are also enabling evil. You are praying against evil, but you are enabling the same evil. Now yourself, you did deceive. So if your wish is for Nigeria to work and you are supporting these rogues, especially APC, Egbekegbe, Olori Buruku nie. So yes, apart from the fact that we Oma Shofoni, right? I am one of those that is like, I take it personal, that I want to see APC destroyed. I just believe that in destroying APC, there's a chance that they already destroyed Nigeria by this APC will go down with her. It's my wish. I don't even have to play any role. Do you understand? I don't even have to play any role. Some of you, the Ronu coups, the Ronu Nazis, the Ronu bastards, right? You don't even have to play any role than just to be a praise singer. Those who are going to destroy and burn down Nigeria, they are already, they are already on the road, on the mission, on the motion. So that's my own wish. A system whereby terrorists, drug dealers, human traffickers, money launderers, and the rest of them are fighting to control a country, such country. And the citizens are divided due to, one, poor education, miseducation, as well as social conditioning. The social conditioning that has made majority of them argue in reverse in order to defend the system that continue to haunt them. Do you get that now? So maybe they put all this together, track themselves, and see how that goes. I have a call. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you? Idris, Abi?
Yes.
How
yes,
you
sir.
doing,
Idris. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
We thank God, sir. We thank God, sir. Yes, sir. I want to make my own little contribution while the other continues. Yeah, firstly, it seems that where we are in the current situation now is that this government, they are not even bothering about we the masses again. As in, it's over 2 years now, and yet there is no economic positivity. Now they are thinking about the next. Now, if they enter again, they will say, "Oh, give us just 1 month, give us 1 year," just like the way Wole Soyinka said earlier that, "Oh, if I will need to give the government like 1 or 2 years." Now, 2 years is after 2 years now, yet there is no positivity. I just read a news that the plane that this Tinubu tried to because you said the plane is over some years or it's old, that you have to purchase another one. Now it's not the plane. It's not the plane that is now in Switzerland that they want to sell again.
No.
Let me
tell you what is there, right? Nigeria,
this government that they are just
Idris,
about themselves.
can you hear me? Idris.
I can hear you.
You can hear me now, Abi. I just want to quickly correct something there, right? They announced that they are selling 2 presidential jets in Switzerland. Those were the jets used by Bukwari, Jonathan, and they were bought by Obasanjo. Obasanjo bought them. They're just 20 years, so they are still very good. They're very okay. Tinubu came because of his friend Shaguri. They went on to go and to buy a fairly used car. Then they said, fairly used plane. They said that the plane that Bukwari and Pastoruga, they were using there, right? Tinubu came and said it's too old and dangerous. Guess how old was the planes there, right? They were just about 18 years old. 18 years old plane flies comfortably all over the world. A poor country, right? A supposedly bankrupt country shouldn't be buying a new plane. And you know what they did? Tinubu went on to go and buy a 16-year-old plane, used plane, as new from Nigeria. Obasanjo bought 2 brand new planes, presidential jets, during this time. Obasanjo bought them, right? And that's what everyone has been using until Tinubu came. The planes were like 18, 19 years old. Tinubu said he couldn't use that, it's not safe. And he went on to go and buy a used plane, $150 million from Shaguri.
Just imagine, inside.
So now they are pretending they want to sell plane in Switzerland. They are not selling any plane. All of them are flying presidential jets right now. All of them. They all have each one.
God. So they went to Switzerland to go and auction Nigerian plane. Just imagine. Now, another thing now is the way, you keep talking about humanity comes before religions and every other thing. And that is why, yes, I'm a Muslim, but there is a level of sycophancy I just had to, put into consideration in terms of me listening to all these clerics and all these pastors like that. You can't brandish me with something that is not right. Now, yesterday, Wiki was on one of the church. He's supposed to be saying something that has to resonate with God, principle. He was talking politics, and yet the pulpit bandits. The pulpit bandits, they were clapping. They were, I don't know, is that what Jesus Christ talks about. Is that what religion is all about? Yes, even on Friday, you'll be seeing those affairs. You see those people on their pulpit. They will be talking about APC. They will be talking about that. Continue praying for them. Who are these people? How are we going to continue to be praying for all these stupid people? And since I have been enlightened, when I was small, that was when they say, in Nigeria. I have woke up to now know that I don't even pray. I don't pray for any fucking people. I don't pray for any of them. I don't. So I just. And
it's a waste of prayer now. What are you praying for? You are praying for them to succeed in stealing from you, or what? What would be my own prayer if I have to pray for people like this? Would I pray that they should stop stealing, or I should pray for them to succeed in their stealing?
Abby. So what I would advise, the last one I would just say is the election that is coming up on this Saturday. What I would advise any other party, please and please, in Lagos State, don't waste your money. Thugs are all over the places. So just leave them. Just to join anybody battle
because the ghosts that will write their names, they've already written their names.
Exactly. Now, if INEC can be controlling on federal, the last set that is even won by APC, and you expect to win. So you. I just want to make my contribution, Jerry. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Right. Let me take this. Hello. Hello there. Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know how people do that though. People do that all the time. They will call in and then they will start waiting for their voice to sound on their TV. That's when they will talk. Please, when you are calling in, please, I will advise that you look at the screen of your phone, or better still listen out for your call being picked. Sorry, one sec.
Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe.
Okay, we have another caller then. Hello.
Finally I got you, Mr. Mayego. Hi, how are you?
I am very well. How are you, sir?
Greetings from my side, you know.
Bless you.
It's good to have you once more.
It's a pleasure.
Once more the program. It's also a very great pleasure to follow you this afternoon. I never follow you in the afternoon, your brunch time. It looks very, very easy.
I've been
also
trying to be consistent. I want to make it like maybe at most 3 times a week. I want to get so consistent with it that people will begin to kind of like, you know, pick their favorites. Say, you know what, my favorite is this one. That one it does. You know what I mean? But I'm working on it. Working on everything. So thank you so much for
you're doing great.
You're
doing great. You know, I want to say something here also to you.
Yes, sir.
My wish is to have your program as a national broadcasting service. If you call it Nigeria, if you call it Wazobia, I don't care what you call it at the end. A wider audience, you know, because you speak the truth. You speak to the truth. I like you very much for that. I respect you for that. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Now let's go to the topic. Concerning Mr. Peter Obi, he did his own interview, which was very great. I appreciate it. But there is one thing that came up also, according to Mr. Atiku, how you call him again? Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku.
I happened to be in a crowd in a hotel 2000 and I think 2017, 2018 in Zurich.
Right.
Where he was there. You know. A lot of my friends and business partners, they appreciate him. They like him. They think he's somebody that can.
I have friends who have also been very close to him too.
Yeah, they like him.
It wasn't for anything great per se. It's all shady.
You know what I mean?
I do.
You know what I mean? They love him.
He's a very handy. I'm so sorry to cut you, right? Because I may forget, right? It's the same thing they said. He's a very, very approachable guy if you have a deal. If you want your deal to pass through and it's got another government's kind of like a push, right? He's your guy.
Yeah.
Imagine that guy as your president. You're done for.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, he is. And most of my guys, they profited from his own business. They are still my friends today. We are still holding the same conference meeting today. But there's one thing that is very clear. You have run about 3 times.
You know?
It was a topic on Sunday between me and the parliament. You run about 3 times. And he came out and he made it in Hausa language that he wants to run again.
You get?
I heard it. He wants to run again. And apart from that, he wants to fight and destroy the corrupt people in the country, according to him.
Isn't that the joke on us? Or
you can,
the leather
I have
pass,
seen
right?
him.
Is that not a joke on us?
I have seen him. And then we came to that kind of a conclusion to say, listen to me. Could it be? There was a friend of mine, Paul, who made it very clear in the group, in the meeting. And he said that, could it be this is a prank? Could it be this is a setup? Because they had this meeting for 18 months. It's also very possible that they planned all these things that is coming up. But I want to make it clear, nobody in the parliament, in the group, at the meeting in Zurich on Sunday agreed on Atiku. Nobody.
Despite them even knowing him, sharing 1 or 2 things with him,
nobody.
They just don't think he.
Nobody. But there is something that they said. Could it be also their plan? Because they want to test themselves. I think Mr. Amechi, you know, when Amechi was in the university, I was in Nigeria then, doing my jam to go into matriculation. Right. You know, doing my jam to go into matriculation, University of Benin, Uniben, in Ubawa. And listen to me. These guys you are saying, can't you see the way Wiki was attacking this man concerning his wife with 4 billion? This is a setup to displenish his image. Don't forget, what we are seeing, what we are thinking is going to be a fight between Amechi and Obi. Amechi and Obi. Atiku knows very well that if he comes in, if Atiku step into the ring, they have lost the election on 2027. He knows.
I appreciate from this angle where you have, sort of like joined this convo, like this perspective, because I have a theory of, I've heard people said, you see, people may be focusing on Atiku. From what I have also gathered, which may be similar to what you are saying right now, right, is that the recent bromance between El Rufai and Obi is not coincidence. They said the same way they were able to outplay Atiku in 2014 for Bokwari, they will be willing to do the same as long as Peter Obi will go for just 1 term, 4 years. Which in that sense, we put El Rufai in the stead to say it is his turn of the north in 2031. However, some are saying, but what about Amechi? Do you think Amechi is a pushover? Because if it's about maybe popularity and the rest of that, Obi shouldn't probably even have any contenders, right? Or competitors.
Absolutely.
But the power that be factors other things in, all these guys. And El Rufai, according to people, they say El Rufai is even actually more powerful in this their coalition talk than Atiku. So now you saying this is making me to now put both theories side by side and say, okay, somebody could make a projection from this. You know?
That is the plan. That is the book. That is what I wish.
So Amechi could be the joker after all. And they will say, but he's a southerner now. Must it be Obi?
Amechi can be able to think about 2031 as a VP to this name of the person you called now.
Right.
Rufai. Amechi, I repeat myself, that is the playbook. Amechi helped a lot in this ADC coalition. I have to give it to him, whether you like it or not. It's 18 months underground. They met in everywhere. For your information, but I don't want to go deep into this kind of details. Well, that's what I'm just trying, because I'm online. I'm just trying to say something here. But we just hope, because we had the meetings on the weekend. I just hope that Yoruba and that Hausa statement this man made. What is his name? Mr. Atiku made. I just hope. Other is German. Sorry, I also speak German. It's like what he made. It's just like I think it's just the prank. It's just the game. I hope it's in the game.
I won't say it's a prank. I'll say it's a joke.
I say it's a joke because he knows very well he cannot go out of the book. You cannot go out of the book. Whether you like it or not, these guys also need support. They need assistance. Then we also play a very big role in this. They need assistance. They need it, whether you like it or not. They need it. And apart from that, let's go back to the Lagos problem. When some people are talking about this, I typed one time, they didn't allow me, I typed on your platform, but they refused to post it on YouTube concerning these Agberos. You know, me in this group, I am against Agberos.
So which everybody should.
I am against Agberos. No, I am against Agberos. And that is why me and part of the group, we're always talking about these mercenaries, training Nigerians, supporting Nigerians, how to defend themselves. There is some bad eggs among us as citizens. There are people that are trying to block the action that the citizens wants to pull out against these so-called Ronukus, according to you, like you said, which I believe in it. But these Agberos, they have not to subdue them. I don't want to, they call the same MC Olumo or the Mustafa from Lagos. Listen, eyes are on them. As I'm talking to you, so financed, I'm telling you the truth, financed. And we, my part and some other guys, are going to do our best to make sure, because you have people that said, okay, let's concentrate on the obedient crowd to move the movement. You have other group of people in our group who says that mercenaries is also important to fight against them. Not only what Peter Obi tried to prove last time that we should go to court. There is no going to court. That is where we come with you to Mayegun. I will say that there must be revolution. Listen, 2027, you know, we are coming little by little to our pension age, our retirement age. 2027 has to be a decision.
Well,
it has
it
to
will be up to the
decision,
citizens. I think that's why he also himself said that as much as he would want to indeed lead Nigeria, Nigerians will still have to be the ones to decide, because if it is left for these guys, right, you all know what their decision will be. It will never be.
Yeah, but Mayegun, we don't believe so much on that word you're using, the citizens.
I know.
Listen, Mayegun, because these citizens, they are sleeping. I was talking also in the meeting last time, Peter Obi. Does the Igbos support Peter Obi so much? Do you think so? In my group of people that we were sitting in Zurich table, we have only 3 Igbo guys there. We have only 3 Igbo guys there, spread all over.
I mean,
we
the
have only 3.
Propaganda of trying to label the obedient as Igbos as
it is wrong.
I mean,
no, that is
like
not true. Forget that. That is not true. That is not true.
Anyway,
that is not true.
I'm
Mayegun,
going to take another one
that
because of our time. All right. So
thank you very much,
so
Mr.
much
Mayegun.
for sharing your thoughts with us.
I appreciate you as
Enjoy
usual.
the rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, sir. Nice one. So remember, everyone is free to their own opinions and all that. Okay. All you need is dial the number on the screen and then share your thoughts on the convo. Here. Hello.
Yeah, Baba Mayegun.
Baba, how are you, sir?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I was off yesterday, and today. And this normally I always go to your
okay. Go on, sir.
Brunch time when I'm going to my night shift. But today I just woke up now.
At home.
And I said, wow, okay. Then anyway,
yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your contribution for the welfare of the people, bringing awareness, open eyes, and for people to wake up their brains and see what is happening. And we should not allow this religious ideology, racial ideology. We shouldn't allow it to cloud our brain. Yeah, about all this, because I even gave up about this engaging in politics. But you said something one time that politics is part of our life.
It is so.
Whether you like it or not, they affect you in one way or the other.
God will bless you, sir.
Yes. And another thing that you keep on saying is that we should break it down to save life, break this country down. And as we can see, look at all these people. I'm trying to set up a company, tailoring company or fashion designing company in Nigeria.
Okay. Back at home, yeah.
So, back at home. And what I'm going to do about that is that by the grace of God, I'm praying for Shuwure, if they don't divide this Nigeria, to come in, so that I will beg him to give me that contract of sewing uniform for these people, because I know a lot of them, they need uniform. I want to, as me personally, I want to see how it will fit with a wiki.
So that you mean when they send them down the gallows, you want to be the one with the, to be given the contract of dressing them, Abi? The uniform and all that.
The uniform. I will even give the government a discount, you know. So that is my own. You see, because we don't allow, if this country, our country, they have messed also. A lot of people's minds have been messed up. Their brains have been messed up. Even there's no way you would tell somebody that is going down the drain, look, there's nothing there. And these are the people suffering. These are the people that will come to you and be begging for one kobo. But if you tell, what do you want us to do? Clever can say, and it pains you to the marrow. I told my brother one time, I said, brother, you have been sick for almost about 15 years. You are on stroke. It is we, your brothers, but you are still continuing. You are still with this APC government. You know, in the 1960s, our father is in money. But I told our father does not play politics like this. We know what our father's contribution to a Kale land. Not this way that you people are doing it. And you say, but you are my daughter, you are sure. I said, brother, this is what we are talking. If you are not we are not from the same mother, I will have, you know, like my Egu used to say. I would have disowned you, cut you off completely. Yeah. I know. If you are a friend of APC, you are my enemy. Because anything, they need to understand, sir, right? They need to understand that we have a choice to never worry. But we were never raised never to worry. Listen, this thing none of this affects us directly. But now that we started realizing that, that's a lie. It affects us. As the country fails, more and more people becomes dependent on us. And in that regard, we begin to feel the pressure. But hardly would you admit it, because we're raised to be responsible for our loved ones. So Mayegun said, listen, if you pay attention very well, in fact, there is nowhere you are that what they are doing in Nigeria doesn't affect you. Now imagine if you are now talking to somebody in Nigeria who somehow, by the grace and then of your own hard work, you have been able to extend hands of support, subsidy to them. When you look and you know all this subsidy coming from you, they are not coming from a place or free. It's coming from somewhere, right? It is sweat. Yeah. Now somebody now talks to you and say, oh, Benny, there's nothing anybody can do. You go do it years. But you are after my life now. I'll tell you the truth. Exactly. It simply means if I am closer to Nigeria, I am obviously going to be a certain guaranteed victim as well. I'm going to be a victim. Now, if you support that, you that is a victim, that I'm actually giving my little support to survive, confidently telling me that, who else do you want us to go and, what church you want us to go and, I say, you also about Yabi, about you're after my life. And it's not for you, it's not your place to tell me to walk away. It will be my own place. And family members like that, God forgive me, I've cut them off. Yeah, you are right. You're after my life. Just because you that I love so much, right. If something happens to you that they need to take you to the hospital, even if I don't have money, I would go and borrow money to make sure that your life is saved. It's not guaranteed though. Meanwhile, in my own place where they live, I don't have to worry about all those things. But I have to worry about it for you. I may just be sleeping now, worrying about how I'm going to pay my next bills.
I may receive a call that a family member has been kidnapped and one lunatic with guns somewhere is asking for 100 million naira. 100 million naira.
Where?
Where should I see that from? People should be worried about these things. So when you now talk to people in Nigeria, and they are confidently telling you that, oh, Benny, you are abroad, you don't know what's going on here. Tinubu go win, nothing go happen. Really? Then good luck, prof.
Yeah, yeah, to back up what you just said, I explained to him that, brother, you know, I'm doing night shift, 12 hours. I couldn't close my eyes. Before, I mean, when I come back home at the night shift, 7 to 7, I will still wait till around 10 or 11 before I can sleep, maybe 2 or 3 hours. And I have to leave home around 5 p.m. to arrive at work. So how many hours is that? Deduct that one from 24 hours. I'm doing this thing and I'm still giving to you people over there. Now, before, about 5 people, I am, by the grace of God, I'm helping back home. But now it has increased to 15.
And you are probably even being conservative. There are others that you have stopped taking their course. Not because you don't like them, but for your own mental health, you have to stop taking their course.
Yes, now.
She life, is that life?
Do you know that this Nigerian problem, people that are saying that it's not affecting them, they are lying.
Irony.
Because even the way I'm telling you now, my blood pressure is coming up now.
See?
Can you imagine? Because
just the thought of it alone. Baba, all these things, all right, all this thinking, they are not, Baba, 2% of it is not even about yourself. It's not even about yourself. You go to work in that, you are driving in that cold, you are there, with the wrinkled fingers or the saw bomb and all that. And then you are calculating how much you're going to get. Baba, who is going to get what? Who is going to get what? Where is this one going to go to? Oh, I got paid 2,200 pounds. I got paid 2,500 pounds. Baba, hardly would you even spend 200 pounds on yourself. Hardly.
Maigo, how do you know that?
Because I'm living it. It's my life. It is my life.
I cannot afford to buy myself a brand new shoe.
No.
A brand new shirt. The one I've been using for the past 5 years is the one.
Because you'll be like, where they go? Maybe it's in a walk.
Yeah.
I don't need shoe, Jare.
Yeah.
People don't understand.
You see, and in this country, just like a prison yard, they show you a clothes. As a security officer, they give you a uniform and a boot. So that's what I will take to the work. And when I come back, where am I going again? So when I come back in the morning around 10, I'm fucked up.
I just want to sleep. Exactly. I just want to sleep before the next shift, man. Right? Yeah, and when I look forward to, I've got break 2 days now. I'm going to be off in the next 2 days. It is like taking another day. That's the only consolation most Nigerians get abroad. That's the only, and even at that, some people still go use their off day to do side job for small change so they can send money to somebody.
Exactly.
She life,
exactly.
And you are abroad, you are telling somebody like Mayegun, you sit down, instead of you to be telling good thing about your country, you are a sufferhead loving Nigeria from abroad. We know them, we know their type.
Anyway, Mayegun, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
All these things is getting on me, and somehow, God bless you. Thank you for so much that all these things you are doing.
Just take it easy.
I pray that whoever that comes here, they will call you. And I know you are not going to be like Amo, like all of these evil people.
No, it's like I don't turn to Giron. You know that when you turn to Giron, something. If anybody try right now to try to want to bend me to something I am not, I'm already dry. I will break. Do you get that now? So I know myself. You know what they say about people that are very proud of themselves, right? They are the people that, you can't bend them per se. You get what I mean now?
Yeah, because
they
can see the light. They know what is true, and they will never go away from it. You see, that is
thank you so much, Baba. Yeah. Enjoy your break, okay? And get some rest.
Baba. Definitely.
Bless you, sir.
Okay, Baba.
Yes, sir. Here is another caller, though. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine. I'm a first caller.
Oh, you're a first-time caller. Your name, sir?
Yes, man. My name is Victor.
Victor. I'm Victor from
Ireland, Republic of Ireland.
Victor from the Republic of Ireland. How are you doing today, Victor? That's how we welcome our new first-time callers. We tell everyone that that's a new. Welcome, sir. Please.
Yeah. Mayegu, please, I would like to give my own opinion regarding the issue of this coalition.
Go ahead.
The AGP. Hope you're still on the topic, huh?
Well, it is, and also Peter Obi himself coming out to say he is not going into any arrangement where he's going to be a vice to anybody, but he's also going to run for president. We just don't know how that's going to play out.
Exactly. I've been following up, and I'm very good in terms of...
like you're up to date. Go for it.
Yeah, up to date. Yeah. So what I can see there, my advice to my my brother Peter Obi, okay, is that he should know that this is a coalition. He won't. You can see the calibers of men that came to form this coalition. Okay, so it's not a thing that you preempt the outcome. Okay, so it should be a thing that they will dialogue and they have to be concession. They have to be compromised in order to achieve their goal.
It's going to be a give and take.
Exactly. It's obvious that he was robbed 2023. So to avoid such things to happen again, every obedient, which I'm one of them, must realize that it is not only by voting that you become Nigerian president. APC have practically captured all the whole institution in Nigeria. They have captured the judiciary, they have destroyed INEC, they have destroyed practically everything. So you need those that play the game. It was Buhari that practically hand over this mantle of leadership to Tinubu. So now Tinubu have fallen out of favor from that from the same Buhari gang. So this is the opening for God's sake, for an Igbo man to be vice. Because Obi was robbed of his mandate. This is the time for him to reclaim. At least he must be willing to deputize Atiku if he wants to be close to power. Okay? In terms of the North and South, after Tinubu truncated Goodluck from going to second term. So if something happened to him, that is good reason to buy rubbish.
I mean, knowing the kind of person he is, do you think indeed it would probably hand over the power to them after 4 years? Or do you think the usual?
There's no two ways about it. Had it been, it was Atiku that got the kind of vote Obi got.
Right.
Nobody did, they will not rig him out. Okay? The issue there is that a northerner is the only option to unseat Tinubu, take it to the bank.
Yeah. So he should be a vice to somebody from the north. Are you ostensibly saying Atiku is the kind of like be a good bridge? Is that your own theory, sir? Go on.
But the issue there is that to balance the equation, Atiku must go for 4 years, for first 4 years. Then after then, the power now return to the south, which will be Obi by the grace of God.
Right.
But with Obi input, Atiku being what PDP is far better than this APC that is a cost to all of us. So with Obi going for his vice, then that government will be far better, and it's a winning ticket. That is the only thing APC is afraid of.
Right.
That is why you see them trying to manipulate the system to push Obi not to agree, not to be deputized. They are jittering. They are jittering.
Right. So your theory, because I think I've seen that somewhere before as well. Your theory is that it's not the turn of the north as they are saying, right? So Tinubu is using the first time of the south, but listen, this is a power game. It's about how to get rid of the APC. So to get rid of the APC, the best bet to also secure the support of the north is for Atiku to be their candidate of the coalition. Is that your theory?
Exactly. That is what I'm saying is that if you compare the votes they got allocated by INEC,
I do. I get that now. Yeah.
that is a winning ticket. And
if the two of them come together, like, okay.
I'm telling you, Tinubu will not be able to maneuver it this time around, even though he makes Sheyi the annex chairman.
Okay, I get
My brother, if you see
but
the
do you know that
characters
Atiku will be 80 years old in 2027?
That is why the time is no longer on his side. So let's be compensating.
80, Baba. Are you not worried about 80?
No. As long as
at this point, it's just like just to save everybody from Tiflungu, right?
That the man presently there now. Atiku will not be going every time on medical trip, for God's sake.
He will be for his age. It's not because it's not because he will wish. You get what I mean? Like, I kind of get your idea, but it makes me somehow because I get your drift, Baba. Go on.
But I don't like this. They said twice beating. If you make the same mistake
twice beating. I think beat it twice shy. Go on.
So what happens is that it is any OPC that come and start pushing this narrative of like this, all these content creators that are giving ultimatum as if they don't understand what is called coalition.
I get you.
You don't give ultimatum when you are in a partnership.
I get you.
With the kind of heavyweight there. The only thing that is why you see Rotimi Amechi trying to push the narrative. Oh, it must be South. It is South on. He wants to play a game. Rotimi is not sincere. He wants to play a game.
But you are talking about what indeed, if this whole idea is to get rid of APC, everybody should drop their emotion and all of that stuff and see things clearly. Okay, this is the pathway to victory. Atiku
anybody that understands Nigeria politics and have APC have practically destroyed what good luck Jonathan was trying to build. Look at the electoral reform that the PDP started.
They messed it up. Imagine
when they stop transmitting the results, which is the main cocoa. They should have stopped that election and annoyed it, but they went ahead and stamped it. And today they are not talking much about electoral reform, transmitting results on a real time. Who dare you? If they don't feature Atiku, then Tinubu will write up to 20 million votes for himself this time around.
At least. Thank you very much for your own contribution as well, sir. All right, we all heard you. Now let's hear another person too. Thank you so much, and I hope I hear more from you too, sir.
Yeah, I will.
Enjoy your afternoon. Okay. So that's Sir Victor from the Republic of Ireland. I have another caller on the line. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Baba. How are you?
I'm so sorry that I'm laughing.
Come on, laugh out loud. Because you probably have seen something that cracked you up that much.
Yeah, the last caller. Last caller, Baba. You know, there is something, right? They said you can take someone out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of them. You understand? You say that last caller. I don't want to be disrespectful to your audience. You understand?
Disagree, but respectfully. Go on.
Right. That is the reason I won't try to use the word I'm trying to use.
And that's why you came in laughing, right? Go on.
Right, because I was my own. I was not even calling for you to pick up. I was calling and praying that you pick up my call. And God was great. I was the next. So you have to look at this.
As he was talking, the line was like buzzing. I knew all of you there that if we didn't have any interest of calling this morning or afternoon, suddenly you're like, no, I'm going to call him. So let's start with you.
I'm like, after I listened to the second one before him, right? You can really see someone that is frustrated already. You understand? Because there are some people that live in the West. That literally they live in the West, but their body is not there. Their heart is back home. But what can we do? They are just in the West. Then you have someone that is calling from Republic of whatever he's calling from. Then the person will still pretend like he's living under the rock. He don't see what is going on. Maybe he don't get family for Nigeria. I just don't get it. So now, let's unpack everything gradually.
Right.
Anybody that wants to be interviewed, let's assume maybe you don't understand English. I don't know how Obi want to even speak the English down to your level. Maybe you don't understand English, or you don't. The way you explain everything, if you can't still understand that, how you can even reach the Europe where you did? How? Like, how did you get it? Then they should tell you these are the type of people Nigerian system always put in the affair of the state, like that guy that just finished calling. Okay, now look at what Tinubu did. Every other president before don't keep their advice, even if they are useless. Tinubu carry Shetima and put in one corner. Shetima don't even know what is going on. So you are telling me if Atiku came, Atiku is not going to do the same thing to Obi? You understand?
I mean, looking at presidents, and somebody says, so it won't happen to me. Well, that means that person is not learning anything.
Right. Atiku that have ambition.
Yeah.
When I do teenage, I can't be adult now. You tell me Atiku become Nigerian president. Atiku already said what he's going to do. He's going to fight crime. So are we in the system the way Nigeria is now? Do we have to be chasing people up and down? That is number one. When you watch Peter Obi interview,
yes, sir,
you can actually see someone that is so passionate about let's make this country work for everybody's benefit. I don't get time to chase who's steal money, who no steal money. But what I'm going to do is to make sure I'm give the people I'm even willing to do for you. Have you ever seen any Nigerian politician?
He was very clear on what he's going to do and how he's going to go about it, of course.
Yes, there was something that amazed me about that interview, right? You can see how someone is so honest. He said when they asked him about the electricity, right? He said I went to Egypt. It took Egypt 5 years. The guy didn't even lie. He said it took Egypt 5 years for them to start generating this electricity to the capacity they wanted, right? He said, I will put a system in place. He could have easily lied. Said in 2 years, we're going to get light 24 hours. He could have easily lied. And we will still believe his lie. But he said, he didn't even lie. What else do we want, Nigerians? Like you said, all those abroadarians that will be loving Nigeria from abroad.
From abroad.
You can't even, you yourself, now that guy that called, tell him when he go to Nigeria to go and stay in his father's house. Don't stay in a hotel. Stay in your father's house. They will never do it. These are the same people that say this country will never be better again. But once you get on the internet, you will be supporting the bad government. Why? Because you live in whereby you don't have to worry about armed robbery. You don't have to worry about there is no light. You don't have to worry about bad road. You can go out anytime you want and come back anytime you want. But the people that live there, may they just stay there as long as say, you know what they are doing? You know what those Akbadorians are doing?
Tell us.
Those Akbadorians, they are very smart. They believe in divide and rule. They know anything that make Atiku get that ticket of that coalition. Obi is going to leave to form his own.
So they are divided again.
Right. So now the ticket they actually got the ticket already. We can realize Kolu is worried. Have you ever seen Kolu?
Obviously
We don't know if Kolu don't come back from where he did again. Now, Wike is the one running up and down like a headless chicken. Why? Because Wike's job is on the line and all the property is still, he wait for his children. Everything is on the line right now.
I know.
Kolu, the president don't Kolu for St. Lucia where he did. Say, now it be like say they go come out me. I said it. If you remember, I was the guy that called that said Atiku is a political contractor.
Yes.
Okay, now listen, Atiku knows everything is working against him. But he said this guy still want the ticket.
I mean, then expect everybody. I mean, it is not supposed to be complicated. But the way they are making it now, it is also not going to be a walk in the park. Because Atiku and his gang are saying
yes,
they have the same right if everybody is asking them to, if the obedient are saying, oh, be the bigger person for the sake of this national outcry. I mean, come on, be the bigger person and support Obi. Why they are also saying that, listen, of course we will support Obi. Obi and his obedience should be ready to also support Atiku, because Atiku this is Atiku's last chance. It was like Nigeria, like they did for Bokuwari, doing for Tifnumbu now. it's like Nigeria owes them a gratitude by compensating these guys with the presidency of Nigeria. I mean, it shouldn't be complicated, but it is.
Okay, Atiku, you said you are coming to rescue Nigeria. The people you are coming to rescue said we don't need you. Look at all we need. Why can't you say, if that is the case, we are in for the same purpose, Obi, take the ticket, go rescue them, so that everybody be at peace. Why is that difficult for you if your own purpose is to really rescue the country? That is what me, I'm trying to understand. If your Atiku said, I'm in to rescue Nigeria, okay, the Nigerian people said, Atiku,
no.
Categorically, even his own children is telling him, Baba, if you carry the ticket, me, I not go vote for you. Because you have nothing to offer.
Just job for the boys like Tinubu is doing to those who is appointing right now. And they will say, oh, he appointed Yoruba. Oh, no, he has appointed Igbo. No, he's not appointing Yoruba or Igbo. He's appointing his acolyte. And, you know, the guys who are always going to, go on.
Look at what Obi said. Obi said, when I become the president, Baba no, they give up to the people when they campaign for us saying go even higher day. He said, I'm going to hire people with brain. If you like, steal your papa money. If you like, steal your papa money, campaign for me. If you are not qualified, you not get. I don't get the job.
I'm getting qualified people exactly.
Right. Then you are seeing Atiku already standing position already. He never even collected. He's standing position already. Hey.
You do well.
The madman came is telling you, Obi should deputize Atiku. You know you have to sacrifice what? If I don't get the ticket,
age is not on that. See, tonight I'm coming with one open appeal from a northerner to Atiku to please be the bigger person, like you are saying right now, and because people cannot survive Tinubu's 4 years again. Like Nigeria may not survive it.
Every one of them will run out of Nigeria. Everybody. And before people say, you know, go people see we are Jackpa. We Tinubu. In go lock airport, say once you be Nigeria, don't let them come out so that everybody will go suffer and wait. Stay here with me.
Say we all die here. Hi. Baba, but I take another one. In fact, it's quite interesting. I love the angle and the energy you brought into it as well. And that's why I will keep appreciating all of you who also dedicate your time, not only to listen or watch Mayegun, but at the same time, contribute heartily, extensively. I appreciate you, Baba. God bless you, right?
Thank you, Baba.
You have a good one, sir.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir. So even if we don't agree, we don't even have to agree together, right? But I love the energy. I love the passion. And, I love it. And here is Dummy, all the way from Lagos. Baba, how are you?
Samako.
Brother?
Fine, thank you. Yeah.
Nice to have you on. So what's going on?
Yes. Fine, thank you. Well, I've been listening on the background, and I really don't want to say anything until the last two caller called, and I felt so bad and angry that I mean, it's. I'm beginning to think that a lot of us just talk about this country, not that we actually love the country. We don't.
Me, I don't talk.
Especially Southerners.
See, Dami, I don't talk. Now, me go they sound like, why are you saying that? Stop saying that. I said I'm saying the reality. The truth is that there's no real any of us that genuinely love Nigeria. And if there are those who love Nigeria genuinely out of ignorance, they are in the minority. They are insignificant. But we have majority pretending to love a country. Go on, Dami.
Exactly, because if you love the countries, there are some things you should not even say. There are some things that you should not even see. Saying is going too far about it. There are some things you should not even imagine. Someone of probably 80-something years old, he has messed the country up so badly as it is.
It's going to be 84 by 2035.
And you somehow
will be a Nigeria. But you remember how they mock you? How Africans they mock you when Tinubu was declared? Do you remember that time? Ghanaians, South Africans, Kenyans. I say, see what Nigeria, see Nigerian ex-president.
I felt so bad for myself. I felt so bad for the country.
Oh my.
Like, so Tinubu 80 plus messed up the country, and now you want Atiku, who will also be 80 plus at the time, to come and mess up the country again. I mean, is it that we have amnesia or we are just stupid? I'm sorry for the use of word, but please let me just.
It's a question. You are not abusing anyone. You're asking a question.
Okay, this is it. Have we all forgotten that it was Atiku, not even Buhari or Tinubu, that actually truncated Jonathan's second time?
100% for his ambition. That?
For his ambition, yes. Because if Atiku stood behind Jonathan, whatever routes if me, Amici, or whoever all those guys think they are, whatever they want to do, will still not be able to uproot that guy from Aso Rock. Now look at what has happened to us since that guy has left Aso Rock. So now we are all shouting that we want new breed of politicians, sensible people to come into power. And now we want somehow Atiku should come on board and Obi should set up. See, if it is that case, whatever will happen should happen. Tinubu should just continue. Kilo shelegon.
Like, come on, what's happen? Like, they will say, what's in Nigeria do?
Oh, come on.
Maybe say all this unfortunateness are what the people are wishing on the people. Like, people have no choice. 200 million people have no real choice. And you want to go somewhere and say you are a proud citizen of that place, but you don't get shame, except person will not get real shame. Eh?
Honestly. You see, Mr. Mayegun, yesterday when you were having your program, I was listening in and my wife was beside me, and she saw how angry I was about a lot of things. She came to me and said, okay, what's your problem? You're out of this place already now. I'm like, see, even if I'm out, it is still my country.
Until it is not.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, wherever you are, even if you have citizenship or anything, bro, your country is still your country. Do you want to come back to these foolish people still doing this rubbish?
Like even that one should motivate anybody and say, do you want to go back? Do you love going back to a place that you don't feel safe? Do you love going back to a place that all these things you are seeing go through? Do you want to go back in there? In a way, and if your answer is no, go on, Jamie.
It's really frustrating anymore. I don't understand it anymore. You saw a coalition spring up, and there is a kind of unsettled political camp everywhere. Wiki has got Tinubu and his guys have said 1,001 million things after them. And you don't still see that something good is coming from somewhere. Some people even came and said, we now want to follow, what's this guy's name? El Rufai. We want to follow. Listen, at some point in politics and anywhere in life, there is something called compromise. If it takes that you want, come on, do it. The caller said something. He said if Atiku was the one that had the votes Obi had, they would not have been able to steal that election. I agree with him 100%, but I'll correct him on something as well.
Right.
If Atiku and the Northerners that helped Tinubu rig the election had supported Obi, it would never have happened.
It won't. Because technically, right? Technically, Atiku agreed that he was also rigged out. Atiku was given more votes. So if Atiku being the one who has more votes, like as they put it, is a thing, Tinubu shouldn't become president by now. 6.8 million is what they gave to Atiku. 6.2 they gave to Obi.
It shouldn't.
But it is the person who came third that is the real problem.
Oh,
the person who came second didn't even push any push. If not for one of the obedient that even went to go and help them get what they got from the Chicago State University, David Undenyi. Atiku and his gang, they just talk like all of us when they talk about Tinubu's drug dealing and all of that, until Undenyi decided to start that digging. And Atiku took the chance of that as well to say, oh, yeah, well, let's use that. So you get what I'm trying to say here, that if people say if it was Atiku that they rigged out, but they rigged Atiku out, there was nothing. There's no protest in the name of Atiku anywhere.
There was nothing he was able to do. Yes.
Never.
So
so
what
that theory is flawed then?
It's flawed, very flawed.
For anybody
so what
to say
should be
that
our
if it was
focus right
Atiku
now
is flawed, I get that now.
It is flawed. Sir, what should be our focus right now is everybody should just support Obi. I know something is going to happen. If they go into primary, sir, Obi is going to lose. He is going to lose the primaries.
But he will lose if those within their rank actually want him to. I mean, Bokwari had no money to share. Remember, that time, Atiku was sharing $5,000 to delegates.
That's exactly what I want to say.
Tifnumbu, Amechi, and others, they were sharing $3,500. But the fact that those who already wanted Bokwari, they just needed some little change. So they were able to just collect 3,500 and left Atiku's 5,000. I don't know if some of you remember the story though. It was very prominent then.
Exactly. Right? We remember everything. We remember everything. But if we have to go by what the system wants today, and Obi goes into a primary with those guys, he's going to lose because he doesn't have the money to spend.
They will ease him out.
But if all of us are shouting on top of our voices now that yes, Obi has joined you people in the coalition you said you are forming, and it is that Obi we want. They will be forced to leave whatever the system wants to what the people want because they already know now that there is no coalition without that guy. They know.
I know. Anyway, damn it. So let me take one more before I go. Brother?
In fact, you're doing a good job. I'm just angry about this whole thing.
I know. I said when that caller, when Mr. Victor was talking, I was like, man, look at the phone. Everybody, the whole thing was like going up, like boom, 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 boom. I was like, nah. Anyway, Dami, you should have a wonderful afternoon. Okay, brother. Nice one. So I'm going to take one more, and we are going to call it a noon. My time is meant to be up right now, but why not? Let's have one more. 1 sec. Let's see. But see, if you are watching this on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, right? Please do me that honor and like the broadcast because we are going to wrap it up in another 5 minutes. Our last caller, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun.
Hello,
the great political analyst.
Really? Thank you.
Yes.
How are you?
I would like to let you know I'm good. My name is Florence Omorege. I'm calling from New Jersey.
My lady, Florence. Is that all right if I call you Florence, ma'am?
Yes, that's okay.
Beautiful. So, you are our last caller, and it will be wonderful to hear your take on this, please.
All right, then. Okay. I'll tell you this, Mayegun. Yes, I am very worried. I am very worried about the coalition. I do not have confidence in it. Why?
Right.
I don't have confidence in it because of the kind of the characters of the people involved, apart from Peter Obi. Those other people, I believe, are sneaky by nature. Okay? I feel like we are working with people we cannot trust, who have no integrity. And quite honestly, I'm particularly concerned about two of them, Atiku and El-Rufai. I understand when they say that we need the numbers, we need the coalition. That is the only chance that Peter Obi has. I understand that. I understand that when they say we have to work together I understand that perfectly.
Like you have to do a little bit of a compromise in order for you to indeed tackle or pull down a naval regime as it is.
I understand. But the problem here is this. These other people have not changed, as far as I know. Atiku still has a stacks of dollars. he's gonna top from the $100,000 he was offering to what do they call them, constituents or whoever last time. He's gonna top it.
The delegates, they are called.
The delegates, yeah.
Because those ones, there's nothing you will tell them. Majority of them have seen other parties, and most of them are going to be coming from all these other parties. They are also career delegates themselves. Every 4 years, this is their own job. You can't now come around and say, oh, it's because of Obi, we are not giving you money. Really?
You're right about that. That's correct. And then we have sneaky Rufai, who, you know, I mean, I don't understand how this is going to work. I'm so scared. I really am. I know what I went through. You know, I was one of the people who actually cried after all the... can you imagine waking up at 4 a.m. and we're being told that...
they've declared somebody winner.
The ticket has been... At 4 a.m.
Like it's
that was when I knew...
Not just 4 a.m. A week after that you voted, that people voted. A week after 4 a.m. A week after election. Okay. And those people are still there. Nothing has been done about the INEC chairman.
No. He's still the same person there. So what are we expecting to change? Come on, people.
Now let me quickly allay your fear a bit, right? Without much like promising. All right. So from what I have heard, you see, this is their coalition they are putting together. Before the end of the year, everybody will begin to know who is going to be their candidates. And from the beginning of next year, they have all these push, protest, shutdown that they've lined up. Just the same way they did to Jonathan then. You will begin to see series of events. But right now, they are still trying to, because they are also being careful from what I heard though. They said they are being careful because Tinubu is not like sleeping. They are doing everything possible to make sure that this also never happens. But Obi said he is aware of these guys and he just want to make use of the bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you trust him, do you think you can still probably like, you know, silence your fear? Just a question.
No, no, no.
That your concern remains valid until proven otherwise.
Exactly. I'm not going to go through what we went through last time. When he came out and said people shouldn't go out and fight, I respect that. He didn't want anybody's blood on his hands. But that, you know, and that cost a lot of people. Do you know what people went through actually when they supported him? A lot of people lost their businesses, their lives were threatened, and so many things happened. Okay, fine. But my question is he ready for the fight? Because there's going to be a big one. They're going to surprise him. You see how Tinubu manipulated everybody?
I know. It's not so, don't you think?
Drop dead.
Yeah, my lady.
He was going to buy. He was ready to buy any minute. Next thing, after all the balla blew and we were all going black, look at how this man just played everybody.
I know.
And they're going, and they think it's going to be that easy. And they're not, we don't know what strategies they have, quite honestly. But my point is this. Look, do you know when people who don't like you come together to bring you down? It's not because they like themselves, but they just want to, that's how I see these other people. I'm pained that we have no other alternative but this coalition. It's scary to me, and I want to, my emotional and
don't worry, we can manage that. Join my own group, okay? The group where the groups that is most of the time, right? We share them on and manage his expectation and our expectations, okay? You see all those concerns you have raised. Seriously, millions of people are as concerned as you are. And you know why they are? Because they still believe that something can still happen with Nigeria. And with Obi, they want to give it another shot or give it a last shot. I get it. But at the end of the day, you all believe that they all have to kind of like play the game that they set the rules by themselves, dirty and all of that stuff. But if Peter Obi swims in their midst, in the midst of these sharks and all that, and somehow is able to tame them to be on his side, well, that could be a beginning of a good thing. So your concern will remain valid, but your man is in the mix. Therefore, there's a sign, there's a chance. You know why your concern remains valid is because you may be 100% right. I have said it on this platform that this whole their coalition is about him. What if it was all about to lure him in and then kill his ambition, kill the momentum? But the guy said he knows them very well. He is not decamping to any ADC. He's not making any deal with anybody, and he's not leaving Labour Party. So which means he has his own plan too. So manage, you know, your expectations, and like as usual, right? Pay attention to the happenings, what everyone is saying, when, where. They are also very important, that you don't miss anything.
And something else I'd like to add, please, if you don't mind.
Yep.
The MC Oluomos and all the other people on the streets, those people are still there.
They are, and even more powerful.
And if they could wake up as early as 4:30 a.m. going from school. I was born and raised in Lagos.
Bless you.
And then, even though I'm originally from Benin, now, like these same people who went from one side of the end of the street saying, Emma Jadeo, if you know that you're not going to vote for Mama Tanya Shini or whatever,
stay in your house.
If you're not going to, and then people were harassed. They even harassed some Yorubas who they thought were from Igbo or Moibo.
They don't look Yoruba because they smell nice.
But these people are still there. What are we going to do about them?
I know. Well,
that's why I said.
A lot of people are already saying, like you said, right? A lot of people have been saying these factors are still there. And if things has to be different, then people's approach must also be different. Obi or elders should not preach to them to be peaceful when they are being unleashed violence on, okay? Well, there is so much to unpack, all right?
Yeah.
Let them keep acting it up, putting all this information out there for us, while the rest of us continue to get enlightened, educated about them. And we'll see how this ends, ma'am.
Mayegun, finally,
yes, ma'am.
I beg your indulgence, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And then they have weaponized poverty. Now, people who are hungry, who are going to be sold, their votes are going to be bought for 10,000 naira, so that when they leave there, they can stop by the market to buy gari and this thing for their families. What are we going to do about those people? Those are the people whose power is the power.
You just overpower them by your number.
What are we going to do?
You see, if people come together for real, right? This is what I see to that too, right? If you come together because they can't buy millions of votes, you know that. Let me say this, right? If they are giving people 10,000 naira, right? And do you think if they need a vote of this local government, for instance, right? Do you think every vote is paid for like that 10,000 naira? No, they don't have the money. What do happen is that they want people, they will intimidate people and send those who are not going to support them away. For the few that will support them, right? They pay them. Then they now load the register, load the figure, declare themselves winner and tell you to go to courts. But part of the strategy that people are saying that they are going to deploy, including that of the MC Oluwena and others, right, is that if people want to participate in the charade, and as much as people are saying that if they give them Obi, I'm quoting those ones now, if they give us Obi, you may get to a polling unit and see 1,000 people. If thugs see thousands of people, hundreds of people, heads, even those they want to bribe, those ones who want to come and fight, everybody would either leave or just do what is supposed to be done there, which is vote and leave. Voters' apathy is what politicians have been banking on. That's why they will go out a night before election. They will bring Oro. A night before election, they will bring thugs who are going to be driving around the streets, warning people early in the morning. They will begin to threaten people not to come out because this strategy means the polling unit will never be populated. And they can come and keep those ones for them there and those not for them away, as we have seen in the video. So the solution is this. If people are interested indeed in that election, as they've said, then they would need to actually be out there, ma'am. Right? So thank you so much, though, okay? My time is now up. I really want to make it up to everybody this evening, okay? And
thank you.
Yeah?
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the rest of your morning. Lady.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. So our time is up, everyone. I want to say a big thank you to us. This is another segment of the brunch time, but the real prime time is later this evening. If you very much enjoy this, please like the broadcast, okay? And subscribe as well. Set your notifications on so that you won't miss anything. And you should join us again later this evening, 8 p.m. West African time, even though not UK or Scotland, because it's almost the same. West African time. What? Don't worry. I'll see you later this evening. Enjoy the rest of your morning or afternoon.
dódòdó. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Máyégún Diary politico. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. Máyégún Diary Náídì number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.